Hello and welcome to Day 9. Today, we're diving into a skill that is becoming absolutely essential for career growth, adaptability. We're not going to talk about it as some vague trait, but as a real, practical tool for your professional mastery.
Think about that for a second. In a world that's always changing, what if there was just one skill that could act as a multiplier for everything else you do? Well, that skill is adaptability, and it might just be the single biggest accelerator for your career.
So let's frame adaptability in a new way. It's not a passive personality trait you either have or you don't. No, it's an active, strategic tool. You could argue it's the #1 accelerator for getting ahead in today's fast-paced world.
There's a really clear cause and effect relationship here. Your ability to adapt in the workplace leads directly to tangible rewards. And this isn't just a nice idea. In high-performing organizations, adaptability is a measurable factor that directly influences your performance reviews, your project success, and ultimately, your entire career path.
So what does this actually look like for you? Well, first, you'll see your performance improve, especially when things don't go according to plan. That leads to faster promotions because you become known as the go-to person who can handle complexity. And from there, you build greater influence because people naturally trust leaders who can navigate change with confidence.
Okay, so how does this actually work? What's going on under the hood that turns adaptability from just an idea into a real asset in your career toolkit?
Let's start with a really clear definition. Workplace adaptability is your ability to operate with clarity, confidence, and strategic intent, especially when things are changing. And here's the key difference. This isn't about just reacting to what happens. It's about proactively engaging with new situations to guide them toward a better outcome.
And here's the best part. You can build this skill. You're not just born with it. It's a practice built on 3 core pillars. It all starts with structured thinking to really analyze the new situation. Then, it's about emotional control to manage your own response. And finally, it all comes together with deliberate action to move forward effectively.
All right, let's take this out of the abstract and put it into a real-world context. We're going to look at a high-pressure situation that I'm sure many of you will recognize. Imagine you're leading a huge project. You're halfway through, and suddenly the client changes a fundamental requirement. But the deadline stays the same. The whole team is looking at you. What do? This is a classic test of your adaptability.
In that scenario, there are really 2 ways things can go. On one side, without a framework for adapting, you get confusion, hesitation, and frankly, poor results. But on the other side, by using that 3-step framework, thinking clearly, managing your emotions, and acting with purpose, you create stability, you keep the momentum going, and you drive a positive outcome, even when the pressure is on.
Now, let's make this immediately useful for you. We're going to shift from that scenario to your own experience with a quick, actionable reflection.
I want you to take just a moment and think about a recent challenge you faced at work. Maybe a project scope changed, a deadline moved up, or you got some unexpected feedback. Where could a more structured, adaptable response have made the final outcome better?
I really encourage you to pause and do this little 5-minute exercise. First, just recall that specific situation. Second, make a quick note of what you felt in that moment. Was it frustration, uncertainty, pressure? And third, using those 3 pillars we talked about, just outline how you would approach that same situation differently today, with a bit more clarity and strategic intent.
You know, when you consistently apply this framework, you transform adaptability from a reactive defense mechanism into a proactive professional superpower. That's our focus for Day 9. Tomorrow, we'll continue building skills that directly impact your career growth. I'll see you then.